have a problem with people who think that their men of God are flawless. Your pastor, your priest, prophet, whoever they are, you constantly feel that they cannot be wrong. You feel like they do everything correctly, that they cannot be flawed. Because these people are human beings. Yes, they might have been called by God, they might be serving God, but it does not take away the fact that they are human beings. So if you put all your trust in them, you will surely be disappointed. Do you know why? Because they have their own struggles. Do you know that it is possible for a person to come and preach to you today a powerful sermon and still have a vice that he or she is struggling with? And their sermon will actually touch you. Now, this is to tell us that these people are human beings. Their anointing does not take away their humanity from them. And that is why it is important that you make efforts to know God for yourself, and not because of any man or because of any woman, but because you want to know God for yourself. So that when these people disappoint you, which they most likely will if you are putting all your trust in them, then you are not surprised. Your faith is not shaken because your trust in the first place was not in men, but in God. I'm not saying you should not listen to your men of God or your women of God, but I am saying that your whole faith should not be established on another person's faith. Your whole belief should not be centered around what another person says. You yourself, because you are not preaching on the pulpit, does not mean that you are not a man of God or you are not a woman of God. Yes, these ones might have been ordained specifically, but we all know that by virtue of being Christians and being called children of God, we are priests, we are prophets, and we are kings. So it is not even just the job of that man of God or that woman of God to preach the gospel, because they cannot even reach every industry. You in your industry, you are called to be a priest, you are called to be a prophet, you are called to be a king or a queen, as the case may be, in that industry. So why would you, who are called to be this, now solely depend on someone else instead of depending on the one who ordained that person? So to avoid disappointment, to avoid your faith being shaken and then you moving helter-skelter because this church has done that, that church has done that, know God for yourself and not because of any man. Yes, they might help your faith, direct your faith, help you to grow in faith, but do not put your trust solely in that person, because they are human beings, and surely as a human being you have flaws, and one day those flaws will show, and because you have overestimated that person, it will pain you so much when that person eventually shows that flaw.